First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and a sincere shalom to the Arkim who go out week in and week out, in season and out of season, unto the highways and the byways to feed the sheep, feed the Most High Power, Yahweh's lambs, right, through the spirit and power, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Waha Rakakwadash, Salaki. I was just watching a video that Apostle Tahar did last week on the chariots, and it brought to mind one of the times that I had seen a chariot. I was very young, but it's still vivid in my mind what I've seen and the fear that it brought upon me at that time as a child. And it was even to this day, it's like, man, it was really a trip, because you see these things on TV and in movies and stuff, and you think, wow, man, it'd be crazy if you saw one in real life. Well, it was even more real because I seen it as a child. And I want to get the scripture that Apostle Hart quoted. This is Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, right? And I was, I must have been maybe in the first grade, second grade maybe, at the oldest. And I was just walking through my backyard to my best friend's house at the time, as you said when you were a kid, best friend. I was walking over to his house, and he was probably 3 years older than me, maybe 4 years older than me. And I was walking over to his house just to go kick it or whatever. And I looked up, just like the scripture said. I looked up, and I'm gonna continue to read the scripture. And behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof was 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Right? And I remember looking up, and it was maybe, so there was the light pole or the telephone wires, and it must have been just another length of a telephone wire on top of it. So it was fairly low when I seen it. And man, as a child, my first instinct was to go. So I took off running, and I couldn't really remember the shape of it. I just remember it was big because it took up most of that area when I looked up. And it was maybe 50 yards ahead of me, and I took off running to my friend's house, and I was beating on his door real hard, screaming and crying. And I was in fear. You see something that in the sky that big as a child, your instinct is gonna be fear, like, oh snap, what is that? And I knew it wasn't a plane. I knew it wasn't a helicopter, because it was quiet. Although it was that big and that low, it was silent. Right? And as I'm beating on their door, they come to the door like, man, what do you think you're doing? Like, beating on the door. And then they seen I was crying, so they brought me in. And I was almost in a panic. And they sat me on their lap, and they're like, what's wrong? What happened? And I told them what I seen. And so we all went outside, and way off in the distance, we lived by a military base at the time when I was a kid, and way off in the distance was a Chinook helicopter, and there were like, oh, it was just that helicopter. And, as a kid, I'm thinking, maybe, but, if even then I was like, if it was that low, you guys would have heard it inside. I would have felt it because it has double choppers on it, propellers, and I would have, you would have known if there was a helicopter there. There would have been no mistaking it. Let a helicopter, especially a Chinook, come that low, and it's going to be blowing everything over, right? Just from the mere power of the helicopter propellers. I think they're called blades. I tried to explain to him that wasn't it. There's no way. And it's like, all right, well, so we went inside, and I went on about my day, but I never forgot that. And I would watch shows about what they call aliens, which the chariots of the Most High are what you would call a UFO today, and that's how the angels travel. That's how that's how Yahweh Shai is coming back, and that's how he left. And I remember another time when I was a little bit older. I was in high school, and I had this girl that we wasn't doing nothing like that, but I talked to her. It was cool, and slow. Exodus 13 and 21. And Yahweh went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud, and led them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire, to give them light to go day and night. And that's that chariot that led the Israelites out of harsh bondage in the land of Egypt. We believe this by faith, and I just wanted to bring out another UFO scripture, or what you would call a UFO scripture, which we call a chariot scripture, because we know and believe that those are the chariots of the Most High. And I vividly remember another time. Like I said, I was talking to a girl, and I had this spot that I like to go park my truck. When I just wanted to chill, I would go by myself. And if I was with somebody, I would take them. If we didn't have nothing to do, and I had the little sliding windows on the back of my truck, I'd open it up, listen to music.